should never eat peanuts right before you start making a video. So a couple of weeks ago, we had the privilege of being invited to the Medeco Security Center conference and being able to speak and give a talk about the journey that's happened from a transformation throughout our customer service experience. When we were asked to give the talk about our customer experience journey, it was a complicated thing to figure out because it's a constant improvement for us. It's something that we're always trying to do better at, always trying to improve on. But as we started doing the research on it and trying to understand, I asked our team on a Wednesday morning following one of our meetings, how is our customer experience? How do you feel that our customer experience is, and how can we improve on it? What followed was a very interesting conversation that taught me a lot about our customer experience, how it's transformed, and the reason that it has transformed. One fact came up repeatedly: culture trumps strategy. Over the years, we had implemented a lot of different business strategies, implemented a lot of different customer service aspects, but what we found was until our culture shifted, our strategy was not impactful. The strategy was falling flat on its face. From a leadership perspective, we had to change our attitude. If your attitude stinks, then it's going to be translated out to your customers. And in any type of a growing business, in any type of growing industry, as your business grows, you continue to be one step farther away from your customer base. And so it's that much more important that a good positive attitude, a good positive customer experience is translated from beginning to end. The other thing that I found to be true was that the leadership's attitude will always be reflected by your team to their customers. And what I mean by that is, if you are a negative person to your team, then that is going to be translated all the way down to the customer. And what we had to learn at Loc-Doc was how to transform our thought process from a leadership perspective to not being that negative, condescending, arrogant attitude into being more of a positive and encouraging and coaching atmosphere, so that our team would be empowered to continue to carry out that positive and coaching and empowering nature to our customers. It's not always been this way. We've not always had that same culture here, and it has been a slow shift, and it all came back to leadership. So the strategy was great, the culture needed to be adjusted, but the leadership had to adjust so that the culture could change. It's a very important fact to understand as you're developing and growing your business. I can talk a whole lot about this, and I can explain this in a lot of different ways, but I feel like our team can explain it best. So I asked them to give us some information on this, and I put together a video. It's linked here and it's linked below. Go check it out. But after having that conversation with the team and understanding how that has shifted and all the change that had happened, we started really diving into what that actually means to our business and how we can share that information with other businesses and with our customers. And we really kind of found two things. One, bringing back the golden circle philosophy that Simon Sinek talked about so many years ago. Ordinary organizations start with the what and end with the why, and great or extraordinary businesses start with the why. So thinking in that same mentality, we shifted and kind of adjusted our own golden circles to the customer's needs and the business interest. And we believe that an ordinary business always focuses on the business interest, forces that down to the employees, and then makes the customer fit inside the box that they have developed to benefit their interest. And we believe that extraordinary businesses and great businesses and businesses that we want to be like, and the business that we want to continue to transform into, is that we put the customer's needs at the center of all that we do. Making sure that we're communicating correctly, making sure that we're educating them on our products and services and the products and services that we are suggesting or recommending to them, and not just trying to force a product down their throat. And when we focus on that from a customer needs perspective, and then we surround that by a good employee culture and a good employee experience, with all the resources that they need and the positive encouragement and the empowerment and the ownership that they can really get around and support those customer needs, then the business interest will just develop accordingly as we're continuing to grow. Always putting the customer needs first, but understanding the DNA of your organization can support the customer's needs. We've been very fortunate and very blessed that our team has continued to develop and grow. Through all that, we believe that a good employee experience will translate into an amazing customer experience. And that's the focus of this organization and the focus of what we're trying to accomplish.